than trying to swim 200.
Things are on a straight line, but on a moving boat. It's either this guy is the best sniper in the whole world or he's not human. Hi guys, welcome back again. So it's been a long while since we've actually been on your faces.
Yeah.
And we're sorry for that. Actually, we had a good news. Oh, we have a good news.
Yeah.
Actually, we welcome the new member to our family, your family, the Valley family, and we're excited because we can't wait to discuss about our journey with you guys on our live stream, where we'll share details of
How it went down.
how I did a lot of work. But sorry on that, we're going to be diving into today's video. Today we're going to be checking out the U.S. Coast Guard strike cartel boat. Then this happened.
You know, the funny thing is we've seen the U.S. Coast Guard with
The
is
Houthis.
is the Coast Guard different from the naval force? It's another thing we have to check. I just saw that.
You know, immediately I just saw Coast Guard. Everything
Coast Guard, U.S. Coast Guard. Who
that
are
came
the
to my head
Coast Guard?
was
U.S.
Navy.
Yeah,
US
me
Coast
too.
Guard. Oh.
Sorry, I went to school.
Like OA. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I went to school, guys. I don't know what happened. U.S. Coast Guard. Okay, it's the American Premier Maritime Law Enforcement Agency.
Okay,
They're part
I
of
think
the Department of
I think it's the way they have the
It's the maritime,
police,
yeah.
and then they have the FBI. You know, but these ones are kind of like
the maritime system.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that now because I was thinking it's actually the naval force. So this is another part of the U.S.
But are they part of the naval?
Maritime? Yes, they are.
They should be, right?
Yeah, they should be. But
Then I
it's
guess
a-
they should be badass.
Is how will I put it? Is a special force in the naval,
naval-
system.
okay,
Please tell us
okay.
if we are correct down there.
We're just speculating.
All right, let's get right into the reaction of today.
At 1000 hours local time,
10 a.m.,
the US
always early in the
military
morning.
was tracking
Yeah.
Cartel smugglers who had just made a fatal decision in the Eastern Pacific. Their boat was moving at 50 knots. Fishing vessels do maybe 12. These weren't fishermen.
At all.
And they had no idea they'd already been spotted 2 hours ago.
What?
Inside the Go Fast, the crew was confident. They'd done this run 18 times before.
Wow.
Same route, same boat, same protection money. paid
So what
to the
happened
right
today?
people. The helmsman
Protection money
Okay,
paid to the right people.
on
Wow.
Bribery.
Yeah.
of course. The cargo under those blue tarps was worth $42 million on the street. Split 5 ways, minus the cartel's cut. Each man
That's a
would get
lot.
$2 million. Enough to disappear forever.
That's a whole huge damn money. 18.
42
42
million,
million.
18 times. No wonder they
But why do they keep going? This is where greed comes
greed.
in.
Yeah,
Because
because
even in this particular run, they have 2 million for themselves to
Yes.
disappear for forever.
to even retire.
So if I can calculate 2 times 18, just
Okay.
imagine the kind of money they have, and
they
they keep
still
going on.
keep
Oh
doing
my God.
it.
Okay, this is getting interesting.
Oh, that's human greed.
I'm
in
telling
play.
you.
Boards pushing at maximum throttle, racing across empty ocean 140 miles from the coast. No other vessel visible in any direction. Just blue water and what they thought was freedom. But 25,000
I like what he said. What they thought was freedom.
J Super Hercules had been serving
Ah.
since 0600. An ANAPS 154 advanced surveillance radar swept a 200-mile radius of ocean, tracking hundreds of contacts. The radar operator had flagged this one at 0800. Speed inconsistent with vessel profile. Course deviation from standard shipping lanes. No AIS transponder signal. 3 strikes. The Hercules sensor operator switched to the Star Sapphire 380 HDC electro-optical system, zooming in from 140 miles away.
Damn, no wonder they didn't have no prior idea they were there.
Outboards. See the tarps covering the cargo area?
Wow.
Take out the crew
From that far?
deck. At 0945, he noticed something critical. The Go Fast had stopped zigzagging and was now running straight north. Either they were getting cocky or burning too much fuel. The tactical coordinator picked up the encrypted satellite phone. Kimball, This is Eyes 1. Target is maintaining steady course, speed 50. Recommend launch interdiction assets. The data cascaded through Link 16 to the Kimball's Combat Information Center to Joint Interagency Task Force South and Key West. The DEA liaisons monitoring cartel patterns. The Kimball was 200 miles away, too far to intercept at her maximum speed of 28 knots. But she didn't need to close the distance herself. The math was simple. The Go Fast would burn through its fuel in 4 hours. The helicopter could launch, intercept, and resolve the situation while the cutter continued closing for the aftermath. The Go Fast was heading north-northeast at 50 knots, probably aiming for a mothership.
Well, 93 kilometers per hour.
Wait, there is something I want to understand, right? Okay, I think at this point they have not yet discovered that the U.S. Naval Coast Guard are onto them, because I wanted to be like, my question would have been like, you know, you already caught.
So why don't stop?
So why you? What's the point of you keep running? It's not like you're just going to vanish.
Yeah.
Like you are literally the only ship
On site.
on site. And this is the water. You can't like go and hide, or maybe I don't really know how to navigate through the waters. Though.
There's no way you can navigate.
There's no way you can hide.
Open seal. Open seal. No, there's no way.
Run hard during daylight when visual detection is easy.
That's what I'm saying.
Stands out less among legitimate traffic.
Okay.
Smugglers had made one critical error, though. They were operating well within the range of something with a very specific solution to runners who won't stop. From a moving helicopter, hitting a moving engine block should be impossible. The Coast Guard's Hitron unit had done it 500 times before. Today could be 501. The MH-65E you see here lifted off the Kimball's flight deck at 1100. Twin turbo.
Just 1 hour after noticing them.
153 shaft horsepower each. Unlike the standard search and rescue configuration that most people associate with Coast Guard Dolphins, this aircraft had been modified for a very specific mission. The pilot banked hard toward the intercept point, climbing to 3,000 feet where fuel efficiency peaked. 20 minutes into the flight, the co-pilot spotted the Go Fast wake, a white rooster tail stretching half a mile behind the fleeing vessel. 4 outboards running at full throttle throw an absolutely massive amount of water into the air. From 3 miles out, it looked like someone had drawn a chalk line across the ocean. The smugglers were still running their counter-surveillance zigzags, completely unaware that they'd been tracked continuously for over 2 hours at this point.
Can you imagine?
The zigzag pattern was
Are they just a
Cartel's
boost?
doctrine. Change heading every 3 to 5 minutes. Never maintain a straight line long enough for intercept calculations. Against surface vessels,
Okay. It's also a tactic. So they are doing.
intercept would have to constantly recalculate, burning extra fuel with each course correction. But the helicopter above operated in 3 dimensions, while the smugglers sagged left and right. The MH-65E simply flew straight lines between intercept points, cutting corners the boat couldn't. Inside the Go Fast, the smugglers were probably doing their own math. 4 Mercury 300s burned 25 gallons per hour each at wide open throttle. Their tank held maybe 400 gallons. They'd been running for 2 hours. 200 gallons gone. 2 hours of fuel left, maybe less with the added weight of cargo. The mothership rendezvous was 3 hours away at current speed. Someone had miscalculated, or they burned more fuel than expected during the initial sprint. Either way, physics was becoming their enemy. The helicopter, meanwhile, had 4 hours of endurance and could refuel on the Kimball if needed. This wasn't a chase anymore. This was a far-gone conclusion playing out in slow motion. The pilot could afford patience. The smugglers couldn't. The helicopter dropped to 500 feet and approached from the Go Fast stern.
So close now.
500-meter standoff distance. This angle kept them outside the effective range for small arms, while providing optimal positioning for what might be coming next. The pilot matched the Go Fast speed and initiated the compliance phase that Coast Guard procedures demanded. Time for technology to do the talking. The pilot activated the Long Range Acoustic Device, or LRAD, capable of projecting intelligible commands at 162 decibels. That's louder than a rocket launch at close range.
Wow.
They broadcasted in both English and Spanish. Stop your vessel. Prepare for boarding. This
Why did they broadcast in both English and Spanish?
I think maybe it's the location of where the ship
Yeah,
was coming from
okay.
or where it is heading to. So they probably assume
Okay,
the region
okay.
must be either someone from there.
I just find that funny. It's just like currently here, if you see somebody doing something, like when you just look at them, you can tell where they are coming
Yeah.
from, and you be like, is that either an Yoruba man, Igbo man, or
Or Hausa
Hausa
man.
man? So they're broadcasting in
English
or
and
Spanish. You can like, okay, I think these people are from. I'm so sorry, I just deviate off course.
Sorry about
but-
that.
The United States Coast Guard. The helicopter's rotor downwash created a localized hurricane around the go-fast. Spray and chaos everywhere. But the smugglers didn't even slow down. The answer was
Sorry.
They like fighting to the end.
Yeah.
So not okay.
I don't know why some people are not. I will not say they are not smart, but I feel like let it not be like I'm advising people on how to do something illegal. That is not the aim here. But I assume that if they had the mind, if they had the smart to actually be calculating to reroute, to confuse the Coast Guard or whoever is watching from intercepting their course, right? They should also know how to blend in. One of the things that actually differentiated them from other vessels was their speed. Other vessels, like other fishing boats, according to what the interpreter
move
said,
at
were moving
28.
at 12 knots.
12 knots.
You understand? But they were moving at 50.
50.
The huge difference. Blending. Like I said, this is not in any way advising anybody how to do things illegal. This is just my own honest opinion or 2 cents about how I felt like
They would have done it.
they would have done it.
But still, I feel like there will still be a cut because
Yeah.
they've done it 18 times.
18 times.
And I'm sure they used the 50 knots in those 18 times. But today
That's
it's just
true, that's
different.
true. That's true. It's every day for the thief.
One day for
One
the
day for
owner.
the owner.
Criminals below. 5 of them, 2,800 pounds of contraband worth $42 million at street prices.
Money,
And
money.
potential 20-year sentences each.
Wow.
What?
Certain conviction. Running them maybe, possibly, potentially getting away if they could reach shallow water or friendly territory. They take those odds.
Wait, why they mean friendly territory?
Above them have dealt with runners before. Many times before. 15 minutes of warnings, visual signals, and siren wails produced exactly 0 compliance. The pilot radioed the gimbal for authorization to proceed with warning shots. The approval came back immediately. The rules of engagement were crystal clear for vessels that refused to stop in international waters. The gunner prepared the M240B machine gun mounted on the side, delivering 650 rounds of democracy per minute.
50 rounds of democracy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, why did you have to
What? 650 rounds per minute.
of democracy?
Freedom. I love the interpreter always.
Oh, God.
Tracers on water spouts. Rounds impacted just meters in front of the go-fast bow. The distinctive sound of the M240B.
Okay, they don't want to shoot it yet. They're like firing in front of it.
Knows means business. Echoed across the water. Most smugglers stop at this point, but they didn't. These smugglers were either more desperate or more stupid than most. They pushed hard.
The latter is the case.
Three outboard screaming at redline RPMs, props cavitating through invasive turns. The go-fast chinked port, then starboard, then port again, trying to throw off the helicopter's aim. Against a fixed-wing aircraft, this might work. Against a helicopter that could pivot faster than any boat could turn, it was essentially theater. It was clear these smugglers had chosen the hard way.
Yeah.
The pilot called it in. Subjects are non-compliant. The response was immediate. Authorized. Gunner transferred the M240B to something far more surgical. A Barrett M107 semi-automatic rifle chambered in .50 BMG.
Oh, goosebumps.
Weapons. This was switching from negotiation to termination. The gunner was part of the Helicopter Interdiction Tactical Squadron, HITRON, based out of Jacksonville, the only airborne law enforcement unit in the world authorized for what they call airborne use of force.
Wow.
Crews are the apex predators of the maritime interdiction.
They're just above them.
Yeah.
Why are you being so
Conducted
stupid?
Over 500 vessel interdictions, removing $16.7 billion worth of contraband from cartel logistics chains. These aren't your average Coast Guard aviators. They're trained specifically to shoot engines out of fleeing boats from moving helicopters in ocean conditions.
Damn, these guys are.
Starts with the top 1% of
They are more than snipers.
Yeah.
It gets harder.
Moving boats, moving helicopter, and you are still aiming. And damn.
The accuracy is still top notch.
Yeah.
Platforms in Sea State 4. That's 6-foot swells with winds at 20 knots. They learn to read ocean patterns, anticipate wave timing, synchronize their breathing with the helicopter's motion. A typical training evolution burns through 5,000 rounds per gunner. The physics they master are brutal. The
Yeah.
helicopter moves at 50 knots on 3 axes: pitch, roll, and yaw. The target moves at 50 knots on a different vector. Ocean swells add vertical movement to both platforms. Wind deflects bullets. Engine vibration throws off aim. Salt spray coats optics. Most military snipers work from stable platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stationary targets. Hitron gunners do neither. Why target engines specifically? Sinking boats destroy evidence and creates maritime emergencies. But a boat with no engines, that's just a floating crime scene.
That's a floating glass.
This guy is crazy. I love his interpretation.
Oh god. I want to know if the guy got the shot.
He obviously did. Like, these guys are more than sniper entry.
Like,
The Heathrows. This is the first time I'm hearing about them.
yeah.
Because
me
with all
too.
measures, with all of the disadvantage and the odds at them side, but they still get the precise aim.
Aim.
Probably after, taking 2, 3, 4 rounds, but they still get what they're aiming for. It's just a lot.
My biggest surprise was the fact that I actually used to think that the Coast Guard are like the naval
System, force.
yes, the
military.
naval force military. So I didn't know they were a different breed. And even in that coastal guard,
Yes.
there is still an
Beast,
apex
yeah.
called a Hitron.
Yeah,
What do you call it?
Hitron, yeah.
Hitron. Like, these guys are snipers on the move. Like, they literally snipe from a moving helicopter. Like, that's crazy.
And a moving
Boat.
boat. That's crazy, man.
The engines are also the largest, most fragile targets. Aluminum blocks filled with precision parts that turn into shrapnel when hit by anti-material rounds. One shot, one engine, no exceptions. The Baron M107 weighs 30 pounds. Each round
very heavy.
2 grams and leaves the barrel at 853 meters per second.
Can you see the force?
Over 11
It's even shaking the shooter.
For perspective, that's enough kinetic energy to punch through an inch of steel at 500 meters. Outboard engine blocks made primarily of aluminum might as well be tissue paper.
Yeah.
The targeting system combined an EOTech 553 holographic sight with an ANPEQ-2 infrared laser designator. The holographic sight projected a retinal that appeared to float at infinity, allowing the gunner to keep both eyes open while tracking. But at these ranges, in these conditions,
How do they see the
Yeah.
engine?
is just an aid.
Because they're not like very close to the boat.
Over 200 interdictions, thousands of training rounds, muscle memory that could compensate for helicopter movement, target movement, and ocean swells simultaneously. The first 50 caliber round found the starboard outer engine's power head. The 300 horsepower Mercury didn't just stop, it disintegrated. Fragments and oil erupted in a black cloud as internal components suddenly became external. The go-fast speed dropped from 50 to 38 knots
Sorry.
instantly.
Bless you.
Probably hoping 3 engines might be enough to escape. Hope went down the tubes with the second shot. The port outer engine took the round through its midsection, severing
Whoa!
the lines and destroying the water pump.
Wait. This guy is not just shooting. He's aiming each engine individually. And these engines are on a straight line, but on a moving boat. It's either this guy is the best sniper in the whole world or he's not human. Because it's not possible. I'm not a sniper, but I can imagine that if you're a sniper out there, you know that this is not humanly
It's
possible.
not a sniper. He plays Call of Duty and he uses
Yeah.
shotgun. He can't use sniper.
fast starting to wallow in the swells. That aggressive maneuverability, gone. The third shot was almost artistic in its precision. The gunner had found his rhythm, that zen state where helicopter motion, target movement, wind, and trigger squeeze all synchronize. The round
This job is
The third one! No!
taking most of the internal components.
No. This is not possible.
Now, barely maintaining steerage. One engine trying to push a boat designed for four.
This is not possible.
And final shot ended all pretense of escape. The last Mercury exploded in a shower of metal and oil. The 50 caliber round converting kinetic energy into mechanical destruction. The Go Fast went from barely mobile to dead in the water instantly. No engines, no options, nowhere to run. The smugglers were now in their boat, probably calculating whether federal prison was better than trying to swim 200 Overwatch position.
This guy is cracking us all pretty bad.
How are they going to swim 200 meters?
To sure.
Oh my god. Oh, sorry.
Two 7-meter ribs, ridged hull inflatable boats hit the water running, each carrying 6 operators from Tactical Law Enforcement Team South. These weren't patrol officers with boats. These were maritime special operations personnel trained for specifically opposed boardings in non-permissive environments, aka right now. The two ribs approached in a textbook pincer maneuver. Their 470 horsepower diesels pushing them at 45 knots across the swells. Each boat carried a Tactical Law Enforcement Team South squad. Operators wearing level 4 body armor with integrated flotation, M4A1 carbines with EOTech holographic sights, and enough less lethal options to handle any resistance level. The lead rib would conduct the initial contact, while the second swept around to provide supporting fields of fire. The first rib approached the Go Fast quarter at an oblique angle, the coxswain maintaining perfect spacing while fighting ocean swells. As they closed to within 10 meters, the lead operator stood up in the bow. Beretta M9 pistol trained on the smugglers. The 9mm might seem underwhelming, but having one pointed at you conveys more meaning than any English to Spanish dictionary ever could. Flames erupted in rapid-fire Spanish, the operator's voice cutting through the wind and engine noise, the universal language of maritime interdiction. Hands up, nobody move, get on your knees. The 5 smugglers stood frozen among the tarps that covered their vessel's cargo hold. The second rib swept in view from the starboard side. 6 more rifles, 6 more operators, 12 total weapons, now covering 5 criminals who were rapidly reconsidering their life choices. The smugglers moved toward the bow in a group, hands high and on their bellies. But these 5 men weren't the only problem that needed solving today. Their boat, now a stateless vessel under international maritime law, the star of its own Viking funeral. The disposal team spread accelerant across the deck and hull, probably the same fuel they put in their ribs. Then, with much less fanfare than lighting the Olympic torch, an operator threw a single flare on board. The moment it touched the deck, the Go Fast transformed into the world's most expensive bonfire. Watched it burn for hours, and only after it slipped beneath the waves did they Uber their guests and cargo to the nearest U.S. port for processing. Bye for now.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
they want the evidence.
No, I think they've already taken the evidence.
So they've just burnt.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask. Why waste a perfectly good ship like that?
The engines are gone and they don't need it for anything. Because if they keep keeping it, they'll just be piling lots and lots of smugglers' boats.
That's wasting of boats. Well,
I don't know why the story just.
I don't feel like that's the
It
end.
just made me weak.
Yeah, like actually say that boat,
Like I'm
that
looking-
ship
I'm-
is a boat.
I'm
Yeah,
literally
boat.
looking at these men with their life gone for 20 years.
They,
Is it worth it?
I would
It's
say, I would say they chose their paths and
They did choose their path. I
um,
went to the very end.
yeah,
They're still choosing wrong, making wrong decisions.
because like I honestly don't know what to say. And do you know the most annoying part of this whole thing, right? Should I tell you the most annoying part of
Yep.
this whole thing? These guys are just the runners.
Yes.
They don't even make 1/4 of the profit
Yeah.
that comes from this. So why in God's
Sad
name?
life. Very horrific
Like,
one.
why in God's name are you wasting your life?
And I think they are not just the only one in danger because their families too.
Yeah.
Because at this point they cannot even say, okay, this is the person that wants this. They are just
And the most annoying thing is everybody there. I don't know whether they're the right people that, or maybe this was a compiled video. But most of the people there is nothing wrong with you.
they're able people.
You're an
not
able
disabled.
person. You can actually look for something. I know the world is, is terrible right now.
Very.
It's terrible, but at the very least, you should not, decide to go the wrong way.
You should not always choose bad
decisions. Well, but that's from my own opinion, though.
We are coming down to the Coast Guard. This is the first time ever I'm hearing about the U.S. Coast Guard, and to be honest, I'm very, very impressed. Especially the Hitron. Like I say, the sniper guy or the mega sniper guy.
Yeah, don't call them sniper guys.
Yeah,
call
the
them
mega.
the gods of sniper.
Alpha, mega, beta guys. Sniper guys, yeah.
Because those guys.
Because the fact that they aim directly at not just one engine, not just two, four engines, and they have to be precise not to collapse the boat and ruin the whole evidence.
The
boat itself.
No, not the boat. I'm talking about the people.
Yes.
Driving the boat.
The precision, the calculation is. He even said this is the hardest part of physics, and to be honest, it is. Like I was like, what the hell? How can what is in their eyes? The calculation.
Please, this is me begging, sending out a notice to the Heatrons. Please come and teach me how to snipe.
I feel like they see things in geometrical form.
Yeah.
Like they see things in kilometers, meters, all of those things.
I think while we were seeing in
a blurry way.
Yeah, they are seeing in the 4th dimension.
Yeah, they are. Because that's really impressive. I love the way, and at some point I get to understand that okay, this U.S. Coast Guard are not just, they have different division in the Coast Guard, because the people that came with the boat to take them, the other ship and
they're all different.
Helicopter, they're all different sections, but
they work as one.
Coast Guard.
And I love the fact that they say the guy that sniped, they are the only people permitted to do such. Like, which means it's like saying they are is it special force, they call them all SEAL Team 6 of the Coast Guard. They are like the SEAL Team 6
of the coast.
Is this SEAL Team 6?
Yeah, no,
like that special force in the naval
system,
military.
It's SEAL Team now.
SEAL Team, yeah. They are like the SEAL Team of the Coastal Guard, and that is impressive. Like, kudos to you guys. Like, the way you guys, de-escalated the whole situation is impressive.
Yeah.
And not to make this video long, right? But we're at the end of this video. So, we're going to be coming live very soon to discuss our pregnancy journey.
Our matches.
Exactly.
A lot of people are like, why is she hiding her pregnancy? You look good. I know.
Forgive us. We're going to be talking about it in length. And we're going to drop a poll out there so that we can decide a better time to come live, so that we can, discuss. And we'll be open for questions. We're open for interaction. This is kind of like my first
ever live. So please don't miss it. And I'll be grateful to see you guys there. So till next time, be blessed, remain blessed, and bye.